The Garden of 1,000 Silences. A Zen bedtime story for deep sleep. In the mountains where the mist embraces ancient pines, there lies a garden few have seen but many have dreamed of. This is a Zen bedtime story, a Buddhist tale for rest, that will gently guide you into peaceful sleep while unveiling timeless teachings. Through the journey of Kenji, a young monk seeking inner peace, you will discover profound Zen wisdom wrapped in the serenity of the night. Each chapter is a guided meditation, a soothing story to relax the mind and calm the heart. Prepare for a sleep meditation journey, where Buddhist teachings intertwine with deep rest. Close your eyes, breathe softly, and allow the words to take you into the Garden of 1,000 Silences. Chapter 1. The Monk and the Keyless Gate. Kenji was walking along the monastery's stone path when his master, the Venerable Hashin, stopped him with a simple glance. The elder pointed to a dark wooden gate in the garden wall, a gate Kenji had seen 1,000 times but never crossed. "Why do you never open this gate?" asked the master. "Because it is locked," Kenji answered without thinking. The master smiled, stepped toward the gate, and pushed it gently with one finger. It opened easily, revealing a garden bathed in the golden light of sunset. "It was never locked," said Hashin. "You only assumed it was. How many gates in your life remain closed simply because you never dare to push?" Kenji crossed the threshold, feeling each step lift the weight of his assumptions. The garden smelled of jasmine and damp earth. A still pond mirrored the clouds like a perfect glass. That night, Kenji slept deeply, dreaming of doors opening into infinity. Chapter 2. The Overflowing Cup. The next day, Master Hashin invited Kenji for tea in the secret garden. The young monk arrived full of questions about enlightenment, the Buddha's path, and the meaning of suffering. Hashin began pouring tea into Kenji's cup. He poured and poured, until the tea spilled over, flowing across the stone table like tiny rivers. "Master, the cup is full. It can't hold more," Kenji cried out. "Like this cup?" said Hashin, setting down the pot. "You are full of opinions, beliefs, and knowledge. How can I show you Zen if there is no room in your cup?" Kenji fell silent. "To learn, you must first empty yourself," the master continued. "The river does not fight the shore, it simply flows. The moon does not strive to shine, it simply is." That night, Kenji lay beneath the stars, feeling his mind empty like a cup being turned upside down. Sleep arrived like a soft wave, washing away every question. Chapter 3. The Bamboo and the Storm. A violent storm hit the monastery. Winds howled and rain crashed down fiercely. Terrified, Kenji ran to the garden, where Master Hashin sat still, watching bamboo bend beneath the storm. "Master, aren't you afraid the bamboo will break?" Kenji shouted. "Watch," Hashin replied calmly. The bamboo bent deeply, almost touching the ground but never breaking. It danced with the storm, and when the wind passed, it returned to its upright grace. "The rigid oak breaks," said the master. "The flexible bamboo survives. Resistance creates suffering. Acceptance brings peace. Do not fight life storms. Bow and let them pass." Kenji realized he had been resisting his own inner tempests. Fear, anxiety, doubt. That night, as rain softened to a gentle rhythm, Kenji fell asleep feeling light and flexible, like bamboo. Chapter 4. The Bottomless Pond. On the 4th day, Kenji found the master sitting by the pond. The water was so clear he could see every pebble, every lazy fish. "Master, I seek enlightenment but do not know where the bottom of my confusion lies," Kenji confessed. Hashin tossed a stone into the water. Ripples distorted the sky's reflection. Slowly, the surface calmed again. "Your mind is like this pond," said Hashin. "Thoughts are stones you constantly throw. Each worry, each desire, each fear creates waves. Enlightenment is not found at the bottom of the pond, but in stopping the stones." How do I stop throwing them? Not by trying, Hashin smiled, but by simply observing. When you watch without judgment, the ripples fade on their own. That night, Kenji watched his thoughts like ripples on water and drifted into serene sleep when his inner pond became still. Chapter 5: The Two Seeds. Master Hashin led Kenji to a corner of the garden where two identical seeds had been planted. One plant stood strong and vibrant, the other was frail and yellowed. They received the same earth, the same sun, the same water, said Hashin. Why does one flourish while the other fades? Kenji examined both, puzzled. I don't know, Master. The difference lies not in what they received, explained Hashin, but in how they accepted it. One allowed transformation, the other resisted change. He continued, many suffer because they cling to who they were, to what they lost or fear losing. But life is transformation. The seed must die for the tree to be born. Must I stop being who I am? You must stop clinging to who you think you are. That night, Kenji dreamed he was a seed breaking open underground. Instead of pain, he felt liberation, each crack letting in more light. Chapter 6: The Silence Between Notes. One afternoon, Kenji heard a flute playing. Master Hashin was performing a simple, ancient melody. When the music ended, Kenji praised him. Master, the notes are perfect, like drops of dew. What makes the melody beautiful? Asked Hashin. The notes, of course. The master handed him the flute. Then you play. Nervously, Kenji blew note after note without pause. The result was chaotic noise, not music. Something is missing, said Hashin. It is not the notes that create music, but the silence between them. He played again, and Kenji listened to the spaces, the breathing of the melody. So it is with life, Hashin said. Meaning is found not in constant action, but in moments of stillness. In the pause between thoughts, truth lives. In the space between breaths, peace exists. That night, Kenji fell asleep listening to silence, and found it contained every song in the universe. Chapter 7: The Mountain That Does Not Move. On the seventh day, they climbed a hill overlooking distant mountains, majestic and unmoving beneath a changing sky. Master, I have learned so much but feel I haven't progressed. Doubts still disturb me. Look at those peaks, Hashin said. They have stood for millions of years. Storms and winds have struck them, yet they remain. Does the mountain suffer for not moving? No, said Kenji. The progress you seek is not traveling elsewhere, but waking up to where you already are. Enlightenment is realizing you were never lost. So what I've been seeking, I already have. Exactly, like someone searching for their glasses while wearing them. That night, Kenji stopped searching and simply was. Sleep arrived effortlessly, full and deep, like coming home. Chapter 8: The Garden of 1,000 Silences. At dawn on the 8th day, Kenji awoke with a clarity he'd never felt before. The garden appeared brighter, more real. He found Master Hashin beneath a blooming cherry tree. The elder said nothing, just motioned for Kenji to sit. Master, Kenji whispered, I think I understand. The garden was always here, within me. The gate was never locked. The cup never needed more. The pond was always clear. And I have always been the mountain. Hashin nodded. This is the garden of 1,000 silences, because every human being carries within them 1,000 forms of peace, 1,000 paths to stillness. Soft petals drifted like pink snowflakes. And now, what do I do? Now you live. You carry this garden everywhere. When storms come, remember the bamboo. When the mind grows noisy, remember the pond. When you feel lost, remember you are the mountain. And when you need peace, close your eyes and return here, to the 1,000 silences within your heart. Kenji closed his eyes and felt the garden bloom inside him. It was no longer a place outside, but a state of being. Every night after, He fell asleep in his inner garden, where peace always lived, where silence always waited, where he was always home. The end. May your own inner garden bloom in peace and quiet. May you find your thousand silences. May you rest deeply. Namaste, folded hands.